Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. A segment from the middle of the show. Honestly, I thought that they would spend some time hyping up the fact of, at the Madison Square Garden show, we're going to get a steel cage match between John Cena and Seth Rollins. I'm not really sure. I think maybe the Madison Square Garden show might have a larger card that when they're actually putting onto the WWE Network. Maybe they're doing that a lot like how the WWE Beast in the East show had more matches on it than were showed on its special. So maybe, I guess you can say that the Rollins versus Cena is just a dark match. I haven't headed over to WWE to see their actual card of what is going to be on the WWE Network. I mean, they're giving us Big Show versus Brock Lesnar, Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens. They're definitely giving us the New Day against the Dudley Boys as hyped matches that they're talking about. But maybe they're not doing that match. The fact that I haven't really seen them mention it on tonight's Monday Night Raw. But basically, I think they're hyping up Hell in the Cell, which I'm guessing that we're going to see, not in a Hell in the Cell match, but at the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view. Seth Rollins versus Kane for the WWE Championship, definitely hinted at during this. We have Seth Rollins and Kane backstage that are going to do a human resources performance evaluation on Kane, which is going to be taking place tonight inside of the ring. We see Kane come up and present Seth Rollins with a large box as a present. When Seth Rollins opens it, it ends up being the head of the statue of Seth Rollins's. Kane said that he dug it up at a landfill in Baltimore, where Sting threw it into the back of the dumpster at the end of Monday Night Raw. If you were a lot like me, you would have already switched over to the WWE Network thinking that the show was already over and missed Sting in the back making his return. I can't remember who was on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast, but I remember that was what I switched over to watch. Tonight, we have inside of the ring, we have Ashley from WWE Human Resources, and we have Kane going over what the performance evaluation was going to read off. But once Ashley starts to talk, we basically have Seth Rollins come down to the ring, basically saying that the report is biased and one-sided. He runs down Kane, basically saying that everybody knows that you're the demon. You're not fooling anybody, this, that, or the other. At this point, she finally is able to read off the evaluation, saying that she thinks that Kane is professional, kind, and helpful. Basically saying that he is very good at his job and then he should stay in his director of operations, saying that he would be more than willing and, to fulfill his duties, and he should stay on the job. Therefore, she says that Seth Rollins should basically be the one to have an evaluation next, saying that he is rude, cruel, petty, narcissistic, and paranoid. This throws Seth Rollins into a vicious rage. He runs into the ring. He gets into Kane's face. Kane has basically had enough of Seth, and at this point he drops the mic, and it looks like these two are going into a face-off. At this point, Seth Rollins drops the championship, and Kane goes to pick it up. Seth Rollins hits Kane with a pedigree. From this, Rollins bounces to the outside. He grabs a steel chair. He starts to attack Kane with it at the point where he starts attacking the injured leg that has the injured ankle of Kane, which was broken by Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. That's something that they're not really bringing up, to the fact that Brock was the first one to beat up Kane before Seth came over and put the last few licks in on him. Kane is beaten up to the point where he's screaming in pain. They have to bring out a stretcher, and they stretcher job him to the back, where you see him loaded up into an ambulance. The ambulance takes off to leave the arena, and take Kane to the hospital, but after a matter of maybe about 50 yards, you see the ambulance stop. The ambulance in the back, where the light is, you can see that the light in the ambulance turns red, and you can definitely tell that something is going to happen. The doors open from the ambulance, smoke pours out of there, much like the Dean Ambrose But, Cheech and Chong returned to Monday Night Raw a long time ago. The Demon Kane, fully in, gimmick, mask, suit, and everything, steps out, but you can definitely tell as Kane is walking to the ring that he definitely has a limp, showing you that it is Corporate Kane and Demon Kane as the same man. Kane makes his way all the way to the ring. He gets into the face of Seth Rollins. He slits the throat. He immediately picks up Rollins to deliver a tombstone, but Seth is able to worm his way out, and he makes a way running to the back. Kane picks up the WWE Championship, and you can see him sort of using it as a prop, holding it above his head, saying that he wants a piece of Rollins, and he wants to win the WWE Championship. So, a very good way to hype up Hell in the Cell, Kane versus Rollins.